to an abrupt halt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it with Charbonnet. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yellow. 180. Hero 15. 43. 43. What's that?
Mahomes now to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Yellow. I'll go up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Darnold from the gun. Trying to lay one up deep.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Cooper Kupp.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
How about this? He's to the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
81 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
14. Seahawks 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here go, set. Hey, set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Breaks through the contact.
Still going. Inside the 20.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker,
72 yards.
and the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hey, 43.
Now here's Mahomes.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Julian Love picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, he did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Off of play action, Darnold under pressure, and they got to him again. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
A gain of 14.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going deep for Brown. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Yellow. Attack it. I've got blue. 43. 43.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jobe. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
He was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Third down and goal to go.
Go set.
Here's Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
The extra point is good.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Dameon Pierce,
51 yards.
and the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Darnold. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A gain of 12.
Back to throw, Darnold.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Play action. It's Darnold.
Connection with Walker going across the formation.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A gain of 26 yards.
They give it off here to the tight end. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Cooper Kupp.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow. That's a line.
They'll run It's Brashard Smith. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing now. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Go set.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Seahawks.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing again is Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Good for a Seahawks first down. 24-yard gain.
On first and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he will take this one in for Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
21. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd down and 1.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turn to the city, I broke all the knots. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and burgers, she cannot.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen, and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Blue 32.
Throwing to begin is Love. That one caught. That's Matthew Golden. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
The 37-yard line.
45. White. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. Right back to Golden. He's got it again. And they're going to want this down inside the 45. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another first down.
43-yard line.
Set. Ready. Yellow. 20. Field. Black. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Packers.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So,
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Strike 2. 6. Mega. Green Jack.
To throw is Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. That'll be good for 11 yards. Still short of the first down marker. And 3rd down coming up.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yellow. Here we go. Set. Black shot. 10 black. Ready?
They'll go for it. Love. That's taken in.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Down. Set. Go.
They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 52 blue. Cut.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this one in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Torrey Horton now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith-Njigba. And this will be incomplete. Jackson Smith-Njigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man, it's Shaheed. That's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
21 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. Once again, it's Walker. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Throwing, Darnold. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Now, Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers. Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Love to throw. Pass caught right side by Kraft.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And a nice job there on that return. Gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
First of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And the Packers have recovered the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Got his man at the 6. And he's in! Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This is taken in at the goal line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
We'll go play action with Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. A big play for Seattle. A pickup of 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll go with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Sam Darnold. Touchdown Seahawks. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Red, yellow. Here we go. Yellow. Red, 38. Ready.
On first and 10, here's Love. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Darnold. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
On play action, Love. He's going to try it here again. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On third and long, here's Darnold. That is caught for 3. And he's into the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, like the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. He fields it at the 8. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Horton. Oh, yeah. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And now for a second time, he loses the football. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
he's not spiking it. It's a fake. This is caught. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
Quick, yellow. Come on. Set.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacob. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, ready.
A carry here for Wilson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move chains. It is. First down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Packers.
We'll go play action with Love. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than to pick deep inside the own red zone.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Second down and 8.
2nd and 8.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Darnold now to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Cooper. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Seahawks.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Horton. Now an opening. Now a hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. but they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Connects with Cup on the slant. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Loss of 10 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Darnold to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
It's a turnover on.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Set, hut. Yellow, 40, ready.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll bring this up to the 22. Julian Love brings him down.
On the double.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Down. Yes, set.
From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Brings up third and 3.
Here we go. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball to start the second quarter as time expires here in the first. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the fourth, and it's a run with Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Moving to his right. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
Offense retains possession.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Throwing, Darnold. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The tight end going in motion to the left. On first and 10, here comes Walker. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
27-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 3. They run with Walker. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up second
So
and
2 minutes
12
left to play
at the
in the
24-yard
second
line.
half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he will get into the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown Seahawks.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Black Ultra. Blue 32. Set. Go.
To throw is Love. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Love. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
43.
Here's Love to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Seahawks had just about sewn up this football game.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Now we'll give to Walker, running right. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. On the ground, it's Walker. The ball's out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down. Here's Love. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And a good return here as he is out of bounds up at the 45.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
So the 12th man, a factor here as it's a win for the Seahawks. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete